Hello, Teaquilters. Today is December 3rd, 2023. And no, it's December 2nd, Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. And we're here with live sew and chat. I am not using a mic today because I just broke it. And yeah, the casing came off. And the piece you plug into is not even on the piece anymore. So I destroyed that. And I didn't have time to go get another mic. So hopefully you all can hear me. I'm gonna pull you all up over here. Let's see, YouTube. It made me hot. It sent me straight into a hot flash. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So I'm gonna put this on pause. So hopefully everybody can hear me tonight without the mic being on. It's in the process of oiling my machine, and I just knocked it over and it just fell right on the plug-in where it sits. This is blue. We don't need this one right now. And I want to use the rest of this thread from long arming, since I'm going to be using black thread to finish off these quilts. Put this arm up. Must not be up. Okay. Alrighty. I had to move everything so I wouldn't lose it. So now I gotta find where I put everything. Okay. This is my ironing pad I moved. Got my design boards down here. Slipping. I put them down there, but maybe I should just sit them back up here for right now. And gotta get my bobbin cover. Just had to find where I put it because I moved stuff really fast, so all of this stuff wouldn't fall off the table because I had a big avalanche. It was sitting here from me doing stash or pass, and it just fell forward and then slid back. So let's see. I want to put this back in. All right, let's see. Let me make sure this is in here. I want to see it. Okay, I need that. And then I will see who's in the chat. All right. Let's see. See Judy Hebert's here. Maddie Barnum. Darcy is reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button. Also, if you're not on my Facebook page, it's Teaquilts LLC. You have 4 questions you need to, or 4 spaces you need to complete before you can be admitted, just to make sure you're not a spammer. Thank you, Darcy. Beverly Aikens, Sheila Willis, Dee Branson, Minnie Dula, Brenda Foley, Jason Lewis, Francis Jackson, Kathleen Champ, Nikki B, Diane McCoy, Dizzy, Kathleen Champ, Bonita Nance, Miss Topaz, Lori, Kevin Quilter, saying he just finished cleaning his studio, so that's pretty cool. Vivian Cabby, Katie of Greenland Quilters, Remo JS. Thank you. Also reminding people to hit the thumbs up button. Jonah Crutchfield, Francis Jackson. She's saying she paid her invoice. I think I mailed your package out yesterday, Francis. I think you paid yesterday. I had 2 that I mailed today. I can't remember the names on them, though. But I did mail 2 today. Cynthia Shades here from Chicago. Jane Hoffman. Christine H. Jeff Galonia. Quilts by Carmel. Joe Carmel's here. Saying that she's enjoying Stash Her Pass. And then Sarah Dowd's here from Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, so hopefully everybody can hear me. Anybody having any difficulties, please just turn your volume up on your screens. I'm normally okay with my iPad and not having a mic, but then some people, I know like on my phone, when I look at videos or listen to music, it's not as loud as on my other devices. For some reason, I just think it's bad phone information. It's like everything works fine, then you get an update and they mess with stuff. So, thank you, Christine. She's saying people show some love and hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I have, let's see, what am I doing here? Just want to remind people about Quiltmas, the 12 days of Quiltmas that's going on. Yesterday was the first day with Teresa Louise, I Quilt Too. And today is Adam Sews. And did I bring that paper in here? Yeah, I did. And then I just printed out, you're going to have, this is how my channels look. I put a picture on mine. You're going to have a particular notion that's going to be mentioned in each video, and then you need to collect that notion. All of the forms for entry are the same. So once you collect everybody's notions, you go to everybody's video and you put in everybody's notion. It's a multiple choice test. And you will end up being, if you get all of them correct, you're going to be qualified to enter the drawing for a particular item on each channel. So you go to each channel and you can enter 12 times to win, but you will only win once. We got one person doing all the drawing, so we know that not any one person won twice. But you got a chance to win one of the 12 items, but your best bet is to enter all 12 of them. all 12 giveaways. So you'll have to go do this entry form 12 times from each person's link in their video description to be entered. And then you have a chance of winning the items that have been shown. So far, we've seen a quilt top and a table runners. Really pretty. So if you haven't seen those videos, please go watch that. I'm on day 12, but I have my video up as a premiere for day 12. So go ahead and look at the video description and it'll tell you what the schedule is. It also has a YouTube playlist that you can save so that every day you will know which channel to go watch. I got different people commenting on different things. Other thing on my list is Stash or Pass. Today, I went and put into tonight's video the link that you'll need to pick to go to the entry form. You're gonna have to pick one item that I've stashed or passed from day 1 through 7, day 8 through 16, and then from 17 through 25. You've got 3 places you need to write something. So that way I know you're at least popping in throughout the stash or pass and watching. And I have a feeling that I will be giving away something in that. And if the answer is I didn't give anything away, then the answer is none. So that's what's going on with the stash or pass. We've been doing those every morning, shall I say, at 12:01 a.m. Central Standard Time. So we're also doing that. We're also working on sending out the patterns for the Fabulous Sew Along that's starting in March. I have already sent out the invoices. I sent those out Thursday, I think. I've mailed out a total of 20 of the 30 that are going to be participating. I only got 30 patterns to do this. So 20 of them are out. I think I got Mines, Kevin, and Jason. So that's 3 locally. So that's 23 because I don't have to mail those. So I've got 7 more that need to be mailed out. So I've sent out invoices. If you haven't sent out your paid your invoices, next week I will be offering those up to other people if they want to purchase those patterns. And I'm not planning at this time to purchase any additional patterns at this time unless we have like a rush of 10 or 15 people saying they want to participate. So that's for the Fabulous Sew Along. We also have, and I will be creating a group, and I will be sending you an email with the Facebook link to the group for you to join. So since we only got 30 patterns, the group will only have 30 people in it. I did add to the invoices your payment for joining the Facebook group for that. Also, in addition, if somebody did not buy their pattern from me, your cost is $25 to join that group. The cost for people that purchased their pattern from me is $12 to join that group. And so for those that do not, it's $25. It's a lot of comments in here. Woo-wee. I'm skipping. T says, I haven't opened anything from my Xmas box since I haven't seen anything exciting. Girl, you better open it up and get your own excitement. That is too funny. Yeah, the packaging is really pretty. That's from Benita. Zondra's here. Linda Gray is here saying hello, everyone. Hello, Linda. Welcome to the chat. Deborah Holloway is here. Nikki B saying she won the cutest earrings at my Gil Christmas party today. They are little quilt blocks. Yay! If they're what do you call it? I'm blocking what it's called now. The stuff you put in the oven. This lady, that's the one I buy my earrings from when I go to Paducah. I was hoping she was going to be at the Houston Quilt Show, but she wasn't. I have no picture saved for everyone, correct? I have no idea what you're talking about, Kathleen. I made a little spot in my notes where I can keep track of stash and or pass and keep them numbered. That's Darcy. She getting ready. But I did today. So tonight's video on December, well, this morning's, December 3rd at 12:01 a.m. should be a link in there where you can go get the form. You can just print the form at this time. Instead of filling it out, you can just go print the form and then you'll have it. And then, you know, you can do put your things down that I'm asking you to put down in the chat. Kayla, hey Kayla, where you been, girl? My brother is in here as well. Yes, they are made with clay. Thank you. Polymer clay. That's what I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember polymer, which is not a word I use every day. So then when you said clay, then it pops in. So thank you, Nikki. And they are beautiful. Those are the ones that I buy. And I was talking with her one year and I said, you know, you need to start disguising and putting your little logo or something on the back of these so people will know that these are yours. Because, of course, people are going to start trying to make them and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Jean Green's here. Thank you so much. Reminding people to hit the thumbs up button as well. So if I missed your comment because it was a lot of chats going on, just please enter them again. And on one of these pages, I had Stash a Pass for tonight. So I hope I'm going to finish this because I have it on this piece of paper, but I started on another one, so we'll make that 18. Okay. All right. So I'll be ready for Stash or Pass. Got those totaled up. Phyllis G is here. Hey, Phyllis. So I'm working on a few things, and I need to probably put these up so that I don't lose these pieces. I was trying to work on some of these Wensleydale because I haven't worked on them because I had lost my blocks. That's not gonna work. I just don't want to lose my pieces, so I'm trying to use a clip to hold the ones that these go on. So I got all my Wensleydale stuff done. I've actually sold some of them, but I am not caught up yet. Okay, as I was in here preparing a quilt for doing the binding, I noticed that when I was trimming the quilt, I somehow, it's going to be an avalanche again, but I'm just sitting it there. I realized that I had cut the top of my binding. So I've cut a piece out that I'm going to have to replace in this quilt. This is Stash or Pass sitting here. I'm going to just slide that further in. So let me get the quilt so I can fix this piece. And I know it's at the top of the quilt. So all I got to do, yeah, it's right here. So the piece I cut, I've already pitched it, didn't I? I don't know. I don't know what I did with it. when everything started flying. I had to move everything. So I've cut this piece out. I am not going to even try to put this in where it's going to be on the miter. It's not going to show. So I cut it 1 inch bigger so I can do my seams. I cut a piece out, measured it, and I cut this piece 1 inch bigger. I'm going to move this so I can have room to work with this. I have never done this in my life where I've cut something like this. So this is a first time for me. I guess it's a first time for everything. T is asking, what's the title of the video with Quiltman's instructions? It's under videos, and it's just a premiere. Me in front of a Japanese maple tree. That's the video. It's got Quiltmas. I don't know if it's got Quiltmas on there. 12 Days of Xmas or something like that. So I'm going to have to sew this in. Oh, my scissors was touching. I'm like, I cut the thread because it sounded funny. My scissors was hitting my turning wheel. All right, so let's go ahead and cut that. Minnie Doula's here. She says, guess what? I won a gift card from Greenland Quilter. I did too. I haven't even used it yet. Okay, so I sold this bad. We're going to put some pins in here this time. You know, when you don't take out a whole lot of seam allowance, so you got a whole lot of room to manipulate, you think everything is sewing, and it's not. So we're going to use some pins this time. I knew there was a reason I was procrastinating and working on this. Now I found out why today. Okay. So this time I'm going to put some pins in here so that it doesn't move. That's why I didn't do the diagonal seams, because I didn't want to have to take more of it out. Linda Denton is here saying hello, as well as Carissa Renninger. Darcy saying, my neighbor and I never go to Joann's on the weekend, but we went today and it was total chaos. I will never go on the weekends again. All right, here we go. Try this again. It's like sewing a little curve because I don't have that much space. So when I sewed straight before, it was like, what are you sewing? Okay. Okay, got my 3 pins. I want to back stitch. Oops, I cut it. It's okay. I was gonna back stitch. All right, that's perfect. Now we gotta do the other side with some pins. Okay. And of course, every time you're doing something live, it's a whole lot harder to do than if I'm doing it, you know, by myself and have nobody to prove anything to. Hey, Sharon Lewis. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. All right, let's sew this other corrective seam here. And guess what? We still got to finish the binding on the bottom, okay? All right, take out the threads. Okay. Whoops. Sue GSD is here saying, hello, friends and quilting family. 206 days until we rally behind Miss T for the best retreat ever. Sorry I'm late. No problem. Uh-oh, didn't cut the bobbin thread. Every once in a while it's been doing that. All right, so now I got this piece that I can sew back on here to the front side first. I'm just going to kind of press that down a little bit. All right, so now I'm going to put some pins in here and sew this back to the quilt where I had to take it apart. Kayla says T. I have FOMO, fear of missing out, laughing out loud. I heard the tail end of the quilt along in March. Can you give me info or refer me to a video, please, and thank you. I'll just send me a quick email and then I'll just send you information that way. I don't even have that list information in here because, like I said, I got people that haven't paid their invoices. I've sent them out twice. And next week I will make sure I hit the right button instead of cut this time. And I want to increase my stitch length because I decreased it in the first place. Right there. Just send me a quick email, girl, because I don't remember anything when I walk out of here. Yes, March Sew Along is called Fabulous. Pattern is by Christine Horton. I've always wanted to do one of her quilts. I do like that she does everything in solids. I think I might try it in solids just because I haven't done one. If I have done a quilt in solids, it's been so long ago I forgot. So now we want to cut this. And this is going to be that part of the binding. I pressed everything else. That's how I found out it was bad, because I pressed it over. And I could, it was gone. I try to press a little memory in my binding, so when I'm stitching in the ditch from the front, it remembers where it needs to lay. But this section, it won't have that, of course. Or my bottom, where I'm finna go now and finish these tail ends I got. All right. All right, this is the bottom. I still got the long arm pin in here. Take that out. Just making sure I can see the fold. Why did I leave off Sue? Let's see. Let me go back to Sue. Oh, it was Kayla. Joe Carmel's getting excited about retreat. Katie saying that she paid her invoice for the digital. Hopefully she sent it to you. Or you got a download link or something. Trying to get these two pieces here to not move. All right, now I can pin it. And then I have to send you an invoice for it's $12 to join the group if you get your pattern from me. Even though you got it from her, I'll go ahead and give you that 12 rate. So that's fine because I told you all to do that for out of the country. So that's not your fault. Darcy T, could you make a song? Hit the right button instead of cutting. She need to quit. That's Darcy. Right. Rose Hinton says, hey, Teaquilters. That is a pretty blue quilt. Thank you. This is the backside of a t-shirt quilt. It's just the fabric. I'm going to be doing the binding on it today. You and me and about 30 other ones that sing. That's Sue. T says, did you get the Cash App? Yes, for some reason I give thumbs ups when I do Cash Apps, and all the time they don't send you notification. So just go into your Cash App anytime you send me a Cash App, see if I thumbs up. Your package has already been put in the mail. I thought I responded to your email as well. I'm not sure. Claudette Bettis is here saying hello to everyone. Kayla says, thank you. I was in an email. And I looked up the pattern. It's beautiful. Yes. And it's an 8-month sew along. And that's what that one is. All right. So let's sew this. The edges, I'm going to sew a diagonal on this one because I already had the allocated space for it. I did not want to take out 12 inches of sewing just to replace 4 inches. Really 3 inches. I had to cut 4 inches. With this print, and it's so dark in the batik, you can't even tell I have a seam in it on the other one, so it'll be fine. And thing here, gotta cut all these thread tails. Take out these pins. Hey, Gorgeous Rose. She's saying hi to everyone. Just cut this. And then cut my dog ears off so they are not sticking out. And all right, these go back over here. I want to press this seam open, or just open it, and now pull it. All right. All right. Hey, Remo JS. say the quilts must be soft. I think they're stiff when you first quilt a quilt, and then it softens after you wash it. That's what I think. Because we've got, you know, sometimes we put starch in the fabric and everything else. So yeah, I think it gets softer later. I had these done for about 3 days now. I don't took 3 days, well, not today because I'm working on it today, so 2 days off of working on these. But my goal, I thought I was going to end up going to Detroit this weekend, so I was going to take them because she lives in Flint, and she could have met up with me and got these from me. But the weather didn't cooperate in Detroit. Even Thursday, I think they had snow in Detroit, either overnight Thursday, because my cousin told me they already had snow Friday, and they were supposed to get more snow on Friday. I don't know if it happened, and they're supposed to get more snow today, but we decided not to do the trip because of the weather. And then you got to go through all the surrounding states that could possibly have some issues, so we just decided not to. I was not happy about it because I'm hoping, you know, nothing major happens because my schedule is so messed up after this. This was my one weekend free for December. Everything else is booked up until the first week of January, but then I'm going on the cruise, so I would prefer to be at home getting ready for the cruise, like packing and knowing what clothes I'm gonna be taking and stuff. So I can't even see this black thread. It looked like I was air sewing, but I'm sewing. All right, back up a little bit, even though I've oversewed. Oh, let's see. This thing gets on my nerve. The big old red heart. I had an update on my phone. It changed the background on the chat to black instead of white. Having a hard time reading it. I think you have to go into YouTube and change that back, I think. Because I think that's a YouTube setting, I'm not sure. Or if it's everything, then it's a phone setting. Alright, so, of course, this area is not going to be pressed like I pressed the rest. So let's just do a little bit of pressing with this iron. It is not going to be the same as a heated iron, but it's better than nothing. I'm just going to have to pray when I get to this area and hold it down. Just trying to put a little memory. All right. Matter of fact, we'll just start on this end first. We got the top and the bottom that's messed up. I see a long string somewhere. I can't stand them. I don't know if that was my tail end or something else. Maybe it was these tails I just... Oh, I see it now. It's right here hiding. That was my starting thread. Okay. Hi, Rhonda Barlow. The only day we have had any snow this year is Halloween. That is crazy for Minnesota. Wow. Hey, June Hanson. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll go back to this, like, almost to the corner. Oh, my God. This quilt is picking up every piece of dust everywhere because it's black. So I don't even know how I'm going to clean this quilt. I might have to put up an extra table out on my deck away from everything material. Because black catches everything, and I don't want to send it with little fuzz of this and fuzz of that on it. I must have cut my fingernail. Used my gingers. Well, you know, nipped it or something. These gingers are good. These little ginger snips. Thank you, Benita. Okay, back stitch. All right. Now, when I first start out, I've got it all nice and flat because it's pressed. It's when I get to this part that I have to redo. June, you're far behind, girl. Take your slider bar and slide it down so you can catch up with us. She's saying she can hear me. She at the beginning. You can go back and watch the beginning later. And Christine must be behind too because she's saying these updates are horrible. Yeah. Christy says use the lint roller to remove stuff. Yeah, I got it. I just can't do it in the house. I'm going to have to do it outside. I got a little, well, you know what's still in my car? The table from Walmart. I can just pop it on my deck. But I do have like a table from IKEA where you do the little screw-on legs and stuff. Sometimes I'll use that when I need to. So I'll use the one that's in my car. I can just do it in my driveway. I don't even have to move it. It's not important. I don't care what the people think. I'll just do it and package it up outside in my driveway. I got that table from Walmart still in my car. I'm trying to... I've got it all rolled up. Ugh. It's a little bit stiff. I'm just trying to get it so it's not all... The weight isn't on me, but I need to still read. Hey, Sandy Agger. She's saying happy December to everyone. Jason laughing at me when I said that Walmart table. Yes, it's riding around in my trunk. June is saying happy birthday, December babies. I'm going to go over the list that I have on Wednesday. Since we haven't got to the first Wednesday of the month yet. But happy birthday to anybody whose birthday is coming up in the next week or has passed. We got yesterday. Your birthday could have been yesterday. Well, we're on this part now that I've got to make sure it stays flat under here. Only do maybe an inch or two at a time. Okay. Turn it over. Smooth it out. Turn it over. And this is just one. I've got another quilt I've got to finish. It's still on my long arm. It's waiting for binding to be put on the front. Hi, Norma Loveless. Linda Denton says her birthday is the 24th. Hate to see it come because I will be older, laughing out loud. Girl, what's the alternative? You got to have them. I'm enjoying the stash of pass, Miss T. That's Sandy. Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay, Christine, that was Christine. Sometimes you type something in the bar and you forget to hit send, and so it's just sitting there. Cause I'm like, if you're saying you can hear me or answering a question I asked a long time ago, you got to hit that little bar to slide down. Hello, Deborah Sims Brown. She's saying hi to everyone. Sending you an email, Miss T, to remind you that I'm not on the list, if I'm not on the list already. Okay, thank you. Yours might be one of the few that I remember because of it being on Jersey's birthday. Ken's World of Crafting. Hello, Ken. Welcome to the chat. He's saying hi to everyone as well. So let me know what projects you all are working on. Also, let me know if you finished everything you need to do by Christmas. Apparently, I have not. My goal is to get this in the mail by the end of next week, which I think I'll be okay. I have one quilt that I need to do the binding. It's already on the front. I need to finish the end tails and then sew the binding, flip the binding and sew it to the back. That's a gift. That's the only gift I gotta make that I'm giving. These here, the lady who I'm making these for, she's like, she don't really give Christmas presents, so if I have them, it was fine. If not, but I just went ahead and kept the same date because this order I've had since August. I've just been busy with other things, and I've been taking my time working on it as well. So I gave myself to get this in the mail. So if she wants to give them as a special Christmas gift, she can. And I'm sewing the bottom. But this side is what I want to show you, where I took one of the shirt tags and made a little block like this. I just made a bigger label. When you make bigger labels, sometimes they can be a little puffy. I just make sure that I stretch them when I sew them on if I'm going to do it after I quilt. But on this one, I just top stitched it down into the bottom corner of my backing, and then I quilted right over it. You can look in the dollar at the bottom of the R. You can see where stitches are going through there. So that kind of guarantees too that somebody can't take the stitches out of my quilt, like take my labels off. And then also I put a memory statement up here. I talked to some people. Detroit was one of the first cities to come out with like stepping and then also line dancing. In my opinion, they made it, if it wasn't, they made it famous. And so I talked to some of the people in the line dance community up there and got nice words from people up there to help me with my label on the back. So it's reminding people to hit the thumbs up button, says that the numbers are off. Kevin, I am working on clue 3 of our personal sew along with Jason. So yeah, we're doing Row Row Cotton Bow by Bonnie Hunter. So I haven't even started that. I am working on a different clue though. I'm working on those half square triangles I've been working on, needing 600 of them. I was trying to cut all of my other pieces before I did clue number 3, so I kind of bounced around a little bit. So hopefully I'll have the clue I'm working on done by the end of the month. Oops. I'm going to back you up when I turn this corner. Back you out. And put you right there. I found some yummy flannel at a shop today, so I am doing a quick Villa Rosa pattern to make a nice flannel throw for the winter, so that's cool. Judy says, I believe that I have everything ready for Christmas. I am starting a t-shirt quilt. That's awesome. Awesome label. Love it. Thank you, Benita. Dizzy says, I'm working on a drunkard's path layout. I had to take a break because it was looking like lumberjack thongs or Mickey wearing undies on his head. That was 8 to 9 hours ago. That's funny, girl. She says she'll post it on Facebook so we can have a laugh. So thank you, thank you. All right. I got the threads all over my shirt from this quilt. I'm trying to rotate the quilt as I turn the corner, but still see the computer screen. I don't normally have to worry about that. All right. Everything I'm up to date on. So I should be fine on this side going down. Everything should lay nice and flat. Uh-oh. Another little string hanging on the back. We don't want to sew them in. I might be getting the edge of the quilt with the batting, like, because I have it all in my lap sometimes. So I think that's part of what gets on the quilt. Hey, Veronica Williams, she's saying she's late. Welcome anytime you get here. Gorgeous Rose says, I'm making a heart-shaped pot holder, so that's cool. Love it, love it. The quilting I did on this is all music notes. This is a line dancing quilt. He was also a DJ for parties as well. So I use music notes. I'm gonna, and the next quilt I gotta make, a t-shirt quilt I gotta make, also is for the same family. So it's one I'm doing for free. That's the one I told her that I would do for free, and then she wanted her son and daughter to get one too. So I told her I'd do these first because these are like twin size and she wants like queen size for hers. So let me know what everybody else is working on and whether you have all of your things for Christmas that you're making completed. It was so funny because the quilt I'm doing for Christmas present, I haven't had it out in a long time, right? And I'm thinking that I got to like make binding and all of this kind of stuff, and I got the binding on the quilt. I was like, hallelujah. So glad I didn't have to make binding. All right, trying to get through here. We back to the part. No, this part's pressed. It's just it just got moved a little bit in the transition. I don't even want to hold all the way up there. I guess I should have looked back to see if I was stitching good. Yep, it's good. I'm just basing it on the fact that it feels good. Ooh, that could have been a disaster, but it's fine. I can't even see the thread going in and out of the needle on this black fabric with black thread. Very strange. I feel like I'm air sewing. Deborah says, I'm working on my Christmas quilt gift. My Christmas gift quilt, I'm sorry. I will be finished before Christmas, so that's cool. So she's still working on it. Remo's also trying to get people to hit the thumbs up button saying that they're not matching up. Bonita says, oh no, I'm starting to cut the pieces after I clean up the sewing room. She says, no, like she's not done. All right. Oh my goodness. Mary says she's got to get a baby quilt finished. Christine says she's working on getting started to work on the unfinished projects. In other words, I am sitting around doing absolutely nothing with my unfinished projects. Yes, it's always hard. I got a bucket of them I need to finish. Either binding, they've been quilted, bindings on the front, no bindings on the back. Okay, a whole clothes basket full. It's like, girl, you got to do something. I'm going to have to hire somebody to do quilt bindings at the rate I'm going. I could come in here for 3 months of Saturdays easily and bind a different quilt every night. Sue says she's working on Captain Morgan and eggnog. Gorgeous Rose is just sewing with the flow. Darcy says I got my So Tights magnetic cutting board, and I got some backs cut for 2 tops I have done, so that's cool. Sometimes that's the hardest part, is trying to figure out what to put on the back of the quilts. I just went to my backing stash and I said, okay, blue is good for a male, and the other one is purple on the back. Say that's good for a female. And that's what I pulled. I didn't even, I just went to one bag. See, don't make this complicated. I had bought a lot of backings when we went to AQS Quilt Show in Paducah. I went over to the backing session because I'm like, if you're going to buy stuff, girl, buy stuff you can at least use. So with me making all these t-shirt quilts and stuff, I'm glad that I have some backings I can choose from now. And I bought like 3 yards, so I used like 2 on this one. I bought 3 yards, so if I did do a queen size, I had one big enough. So I'm glad I don't have to go buy anything, using what I got. I'm at the top of the quilt where, you know, I had to piece that section that I had accidentally cut with the rotary cutter some kind of way when I was trimming. So yeah, I got to hold this end down now. Once I get through with my binding, I do take it off the machine, go look at it to make sure that all the binding is attached, that I didn't skip the back part anywhere. And if I do, then I make those corrections. So, okay, this one I need to make a little bit smaller. Piece of fuzz. You can't even see what I'm sewing. A little bit of fuzz. I got to hold this seam in place. Okay, another couple of inches here. And press this in and down. And I'm going to look at this part now. This is where I had that correction where my seams are kind of doubled. Yeah, but it's catching good. I'm doing a good job. Okay. One more little section here that's not pressed down. Okay. All right. This is my corner. Let me start working this back around and out. I can read. Let's see. Laughing out loud. Sue, you might be the right person to do my drunkard's path layout. Maddie says, still working on the quilt with the template. Nothing for Christmas. Oh, okay, with the, she's talking about the Wensleydale. Claudette is finishing up her Christmas brightly. Will be in the mail to New York next week. Nothing else done as yet, so that's cool. She's sending it off. Maria says, I am making a Christmas angel tree topper using embroidery machine and a Christmas quilt for my niece. So that's cool. I haven't done a topper in machine embroidery. I've done a lot, but not a topper. I guess I should go get my Mr. Start my Frosty the Starflake. It's really pretty. I usually hang it on my bedroom door. I haven't even pulled anything out. I could at least put a wreath on my front door, couldn't I? But I haven't even been down in the Christmas decor. I haven't even been in the basement, okay? Just haven't. So, coming across the top. And then we just got the side. And then I got to turn the corner to do about 8 inches maybe. After I do the whole side. It's going to be a minute. Let me see if I got all of this. Yep. I got off my line just about 1/8 of an inch. Sometimes that makes a difference. All right. Turn the corner. Turn the corner. I got a little piece right here. And now we'll turn the rest of the quilt. This part in my lap. Getting back to where the label is. Let's see. CJR Creation saying, hi T and Teaquilts, still not home yet, but just wanted to see what I'm missing. Hopefully you'll be home soon. Christine says, wondering why I am seeing such a high thumbs up count. I don't know how she's seeing 1.5 thousand. We don't have that many people in the chat. So I see what people saying it's 80. Cedra says her birthday is today, but going to celebrate on my half birthday. Aw, happy birthday to you anyway. So sorry you're not home. So she's going to celebrate. She's like my daughter. My daughter's birthday is in February. And she would convince my mom to give her a birthday party for her half birthday so she could have a summer birthday party. It was too funny. I'm going, I am not participating in that. Minnie is redoing lights on her door garland. Cool Gal says, hi, Miss Tina, everyone. Better late than never. Yes. Bought a wreath at Sam's. I'm done. That's Sue. That's might be all I do. Eric sent me a nice wreath as a gift one year. So I'll probably put that on my door and call it a day. Christine says, since I've installed the latest update, things have been off with my iPad. Yeah. And I don't use iPad. Only thing I do, Apple anything is my recording video, my iPad. Everything else I use Android and Samsung. Samsung, this S21 is a hot mess. All right. I'm trying to get through this. I'm on this long side. Once I get through this side, it's about 8 inches on the corner. I just want to make sure all of this is pushed in. Yeah. I see the light on one. Another string hanging on the back. And she says, I remember Eric's brief. It was so pretty. That was Mary. Yes. I'm sure he'll be making them again because dealing with his mama, he make everything 3 and 4 times. His mama is no joke. She put in big orders too. I guess it's a way to know he being kept busy. I don't know how he do it. She have big orders. Sandy's working on Bonnie's new mystery. I've just been downloading the parts. I need to see what it looked like. I still got the one from, is it last year or 2 years ago? That still ain't put together all the way, okay? All right. Trying to get strings as I see them. The good thing is that once I'm done with this, the label's already on here. I don't have to sew anything. Sew any label sides or anything like that. I am done. I'll check it before I go outside to clean it up, and we'll be done. Well, this one, I got to do the other one that's still on my long arm. I got to make binding tonight for that one. I wanted to get this one off my long arm so I could load the other one, and I didn't make all the binding. Getting down here to this corner. Make sure these ends are tucked in here good. Okay, I'm gonna hold it with this hand, but I gotta push in so my binding don't move with this hand. All right, we're almost there. All right. One last turn, and about 5 inches here. See my tail ends right there. Reverse. All right. Oops, cut. Yay, one down. I just got to cut all the thread tails. All right, one down. I don't know why I was not wanting to do this. It took less than an hour. So I'm just gonna toss that one over there. I've got this piece of binding that was left over from the other quilt. Got the binding strips. Okay. I wish I knew how to back out, uninstall those updates. My phone is Android. I have no idea. So I've got 4 pieces here. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Just want to make sure I didn't lose anything. Things happen. And I'm going to, oops. For people coming in late, I hope you know that there's a 12 days of Quiltmas going on. I have a premiere video in my video section on my YouTube page. It's me standing in front of a Japanese maple. It's a premiere video going out on December 12th. In that video description is all the people from day 1 through 2 who are participating in this sew along. And each person is going to give you a keyword for a notion. And you keep track of all 12 of those notions. At the end, you're going to go to all 12 channels, put in that information in everybody's box, and then you'll be eligible to win the prize on that person's, the ones that you complete. If you don't complete but 2 of them, then you're only going to be eligible for 2 prizes. If you complete all 12 of them, you'll be eligible for all 12 prizes to win 1 of all 12 prizes. So if you want to win my quilt when it comes up, you need to go and fill out the questionnaire. And the questionnaire is the same from on every channel because we're showing the same notion for everything. And you will only be able to win 1 drawing. We got 1 person doing all the drawing. So we know that you only won once. All right, last one, I think. And then I'm thirsty. Okay, I forgot I put this in the Yeti cup. The Yeti cup don't play. Woo-wee, that's why I brought the blue tea quilt cup. Woo-wee, that's no joke. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this. Get my scissors. Sue Allen is making a Christmas quilt. Have it cut out. Now need to sew it. Girl, you better get on it. Eric is here. Hey, Eric. Talking about all he sees is this mound of a quilt when he comes in. That's what happens. That's what had happened. All right. Cutting off the little dog ears because I don't like them. And then got 2 more to do. And I normally press binding at my big ironing board, but I'll press them open at least. We'll see. So now the binding is now ready for the one that's on my long arm that's been sitting there for 2 days. Today would make 3. Hopefully we get it off today. All right. Okay, I do like my little alpaca mat. Ugh. I normally go back this other way. I'm so left-handed. I kind of move it all over to this side. I think I iron right-handed though, but I'm using my left hand, but I go this way. I don't know. So I want to press this seam open first. Miss T, I already made my sister quilt. Can I whip stitch a label on the quilt or fabric glue it on? Some fabric glue you can wash. I just think it might make it a little bit hard. I would just whip stitch and only go through the back. I would sew it on like I do my binding, but only go through the back. I wouldn't go through the whole quilt top. That's how I do the 2 ends anyway. I just put the last one. I just put my last one. I need some water in that iron if I'm going to be depending on steam, but this is a pretty thin batik. I can't remember if I starched this or not. I can't remember. I think I did because I remember pressing. If I pressed, I must have put some starch on it. I just don't have a big long space like I do on my ironing board. But at least it will be done, right? So I whip stitch it down my other 2 sides whenever I do a square label. But what I have been doing for quilts that I'm giving away, and I think is actually a good idea, I've been quilting my labels into the quilt so the label can't come off. If you take the label off, you're destroying the quilt. So I've been doing that lately. Make sure my edges are matching. I think I went down too far. Okay. Let's see. Are international people being included in this tea at Teaquilts? I would say yes, because there are people from other countries that have participated in the sew along. So I would say yes. press the seam open from my connection. Pieces, Love, and Quilting says hi to everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel as well. I don't remember seeing your name. Diane McCoy says, I'm working on hanging towels, some for gifts. Only one gift purchased so far. I bought Jersey stuff and sent it home with her mom so she can wrap it. She too little to know that grandma's coming with gifts, so I don't have to take it. My daughter can take it and have it all in her house. The only thing I kept was her birthday gift. She's got her first, I bought her the toddler bike, the little mini toddler bike. You can buy them for, they say for babies 11 months to 2 or 3 years old, something like that. So I bought her first little bike that she can just walk her little feet along and roll on along on her bike while she sits down because she's a princess. That one's going to be for her birthday, though. Dorser's reminding people, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, go ahead and hit it for us. We really would appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm still over here working on, I'm going to be working on this binding forever, long as these things is, on this little bitty mat. Maybe I'll put the iron there and use it a couple of times. Hey, Vicky Barnes. Got another seam. That's good. I think this is number 2. I had, well, number 3 actually, but the first one doesn't really count because it was at the connection where I started. So I think this is number 2. We got 2 more to go through. I still see a lot of material down here on the ground. We shall see. And then I'm going to put this back and let it heat up. Oops, I went up too far. Let's pull you down. Get what I missed. June says, do you put your binding on, I can't even read because it is hard, while it is on your quilting? I put it on while it's on my long arm frame. So that's why I still have the quilt on the frame. Otherwise, you see how much space I have here for sewing. I sometimes will use my dining table, but that table is higher because it's a dining table. So I just prefer to do it here. So I just go ahead and put it on the front on my long arm machine, and then I come here and do the rest of it. Since I have such a small space here, I could, like I said, I could use my dining table. It's a lot more room there, but that table is much higher. So I don't like sewing there very long periods of time. But an hour isn't bad. I make my, that's where my brother heavy duty or semi heavy duty machine is. So that when I do bags, but I haven't done any this year. I did them, yeah, I did them last year. I haven't done anything. The machine's been sitting a year. I can't believe that. I did all those bags last year, and I burned myself out on bags, so I haven't made any more, but I am going to make some more bags. just made a whole lot. Here's another seam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're getting closer. Okay. Making towels to put over your oven. I think I saw that one. That was cool. I would like to do that one day. My oven burned our pizza today. I think we need a thermostat. It wouldn't get hot, so then I cut it off and cut it back on. The preheat button never came on, but the pizza was burning, okay? It's like, whoa, wait a minute. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to get another one or fix the one we got, because, you know, new stuff is not good. They don't make quality stuff to last like they did in the past. So I'm thinking about trying to see if we can fix it first. See if we can get I think they're all like universal thermostats in the oven, so we'll see. If we can get a part, we'll try it. Oh, I'm at the bottom. Yay! Yay, yay, and yay. And I just leave a part of it undone so I know to start at one end over the other, because I'm going to have extra binding anyway. So that's done. OMG. Okay. The other thing I brought in was more t-shirts. I'm going to cut this off so I don't have to worry about that. I still got my Teaquilts stuff leaning up here. I moved everything else. I don't know why I didn't move that. Let's see. We're going to take some shirts and she had a note in here. She sent me 3 bags of shirts from Detroit. From Flint. She's in Flint. They were in, where were they when they got these? I want to say they were in Detroit. So, yeah. I just need to take stuff apart. I need to start cutting some pieces. She got a lot of blue in here. Okay. So I just want to sort some stuff out. So this is a small decal. And it's machine embroidered. Very nice. Very pretty. The bag keeps getting in the way. Hi, Maritza's Yarn and Craft, saying holla to everybody. My oven is over 50 years old and still works great. Just like you said, T, things from the past last. New things break as soon as the warranty is over. Yes. Hey, Peggy, she's saying hi to everybody. Home from work, happy to catch you live. Yes. So she's got a lot of stone hustler. I'm assuming she must want some of her stuff in the quilt as well. She's got 2 New Yorks, First Lady, $1 bill. That's the same 2 shirts. This is another stone hustler. Let's see if it's the same. I'm trying to see if it's the same. That's cool. She's got a lot of blue shirts, and I'm thinking that they're going to be most of their shirts. So they must have different party shirts. Yeah, that's what's happening here. And the funny thing is, I'm going to have to see. I used 12 shirts. None of these, well, as soon as I say that, then I get one. Big decals. You know, they're longer than 15 inches square because it's got the little gem on it. And, okay. So she's going to have a lot of blue in her quilt. I just wanted to see what I'm working with. These are all smalls. Small pieces there. This doesn't have a name on it. I think this one is like a repeat. She's not going to be able to use them all. So that's what I got to do is go through here. Now she's got the reverse of a shirt. That's nice. In white. And then I think she just basically, I don't know if she wants the same fronts. I'm going to have to call her. This one's a small one. Ooh, she got some glitter, some sparkle. Let's see what it says. Everybody versus Stone Hustlers. Very pretty. So, this is a long one. What does it say? Stone Hustlers Inc. Jammy Jam. Sleep is not an option. This is what? Woo-wee, this is a lot of vinyl. I don't know why they're folded together. This is what the world's greatest father looked like. Aww. So that's this. That's a cute shirt. And then wife. Not just my friend, but my love. Not just my love, but my heart. Not just my heart, but my life. Not just my life, you are my everything. So that's why she had these together. So when I put this in the quilt, I think she wants both of these together. Okay, so we'll put them back. She's not going to be able to get them all in here. Party on the Rock. Okay. This one's a duplicate. The original Stone Hustlers Inc. Flint, Michigan. So we can make sure we put Flint in there. This one is Flint Lives Matter. Put that in there. Oh my goodness. I'm still not to the bottom, guys. I don't know how many shirts I can get in here. Good night, Diane. Thank you, June. Says she likes my quilt. The t-shirts look brand new. Yeah, sometimes like when we have party events, you only wear that shirt to the party, say like on Saturday night, because they'll have a party. Some weekends start Thursday through, and they go through Sunday. And then others, you know, you'll wear your party shirt on Saturday night, which is their main event. Sue Ellen says, doesn't take long to sew tea. I just have to get busy and do it. Oh, okay. So that's good. She's talking about the project she's working on. So all I'm doing currently is just trying to see what she has. I like this because it's a different color. So it'll add a little pop of color. Now we've got some airbrush. We did some airbrush shirts once. This has got dollar bill on the back. And it's got his picture in the front. Oh my goodness. Oh, this was Bedrock event. Isn't that cute? Very cute. We definitely got to use that. And I'm sure hers is coming up next. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how big she think the quilt's gonna be. I can put smaller sashing in it and use more shirts too. I can't tell what this says. Oh, Hustlers. I don't know what that is. On the side, I can't read it. So that just means I'm going to be using more stabilizer. Now this shirt looks worn. Stone Hustlers University. That one's different. This one's on white, but I thought we had one on white. I'll put it to the side just in case. Still pulling shirts, guys. Ugh. Stone Hustlers ink, and it doesn't have anything underneath, like it's a party shirt, so that's what I just looked at. Stone Hustlers ink. I think I already have one on this material, but we'll see. This one is dollar bill. And another different color. Got that on the front. Got his name in Flint, Michigan on the back. This one has a stain on it. I don't know. It must not have washed out. This is Bedrock Bedrock 2, so they must have had 2 shirts for all the different days. But this one, I don't even think it's really pretty. It's got a stain on it too. What I'll do is just I'll use his name. Instead of put a little pop of orange. And then another airbrush shirt. Let's see what it says. Stone Hustlers. I'm going to leave that one out for right now. I already got one of these. So that's a duplicate. And I think I got this one. This is a duplicate. Yep. Alright, so alright. Anybody want to cut some shirts? Okay. Christine says that Flint had a horrible water crisis. Yeah. I think it was Detroit, like the whole state of, wasn't it the whole state of Michigan had an issue? But anytime I go out of town, for the most part, I drink bottled water for the most part. Because I think your body is just used to your on local water without any issues. I know I was in Florida. I was like, the water just tastes like it had heavy chlorine in it. How big is this quilt? I'm making a queen size one. Oops. I just deleted undo. Sorry, Judy, I hid your message by mistake. Let me see what it was saying. Oh, she was just saying good night. Good night, Judy. It's gonna be queen size, so I brought the shirts in here so I can see what I'm gonna cut and use. I know I'm gonna use the colors that are different than blue and white. Yellow, gray. What were some other colors? Not a lot. One black's in here. I'm going to take this orange, the back part, because the front part had a stain on it. I don't want to put that in there. These are small ones that I can use, the tags, make some small pieces that can be put together if I want to. It depends on what I'm doing. We'll see. So yeah, it's going to be a queen size. And I may just use smaller sashing. So she wants as many shirts as she can get into here. Sue says, have you tried your other iron tea? Nope, it's still in the box, girl. I haven't even done anything with it. Good night, Christine. She says her eyelids are getting heavy. Becky says, hello, everybody. I'm late, but still crocheting. Gone, girl. And Darcy says, I want to make a quilt out of my son's old hockey jerseys from when he was younger. That's cool. I have hockey jerseys are very similar. They're thick. The ones that have the little perforated holes, I use a different stabilizer that's kind of clear. June is saying good night, everybody. And yeah, so that's it. So I'm just gonna, we got 18 minutes. I'm gonna start cutting these shirts up. I'm just gonna go up the sides just to get them started here. And I don't normally do this here. I go into the dining room on a table or something like that and do them. And then I just cut straight up the sleeve. So yeah, I just want to rough cut them out so that I can put my interfacing on them. And I just cut them a little big so I have room to square them up. It's a lot better if I had it flat, but I don't. And then I'm just going to go across this front. And then I just, oh, I got the backs I got to get off. If I didn't have anything on the back, I just toss them because I can't keep it all. I have been keeping some because we got a retreat charity project. You can like use this for stuffing instead of purchasing other stuff. I'll cut the fronts down later. I'll come back to that. I want to cut the back off. And I cut everything oversized because if I'm trying to fill a gap, I don't know what size that gap's going to be. So I just interface and then I can trim to whatever I want later. My tag things normally are no bigger than 4.5 inches when I'm done. But they could be 15 inches wide if I needed to. So I try to cut everything big. And then when I go to put my stabilizer on it, I just center my cut piece over what I got here. Just making sure I have 15 inches. So this is my rough cut. Totally crooked, but that's okay. It's a rough cut. This is in the trash. I'll just drop it at my feet. I thought it was, yep, got Flint, Michigan on the back of this one, so I'll put that on here. Let me see if I can bring you all up so I can read, just in case. Darcy, making sure you hit the thumbs up button before you leave. Thank you, Darcy, ma'am. So I'm just going to cut across for Flint, Michigan. I don't have to worry about the bottom because it's at the bottom. Down here for stuffing. This one is pretty big. We'll go to this one. Those got the big decals on them. I think I'll put those in the center of the quilt. Good night, Remo JS. I'm gonna accidentally hit my cup. Good night, Mary. Sorry you have a migraine. Good night, Eric. So, yep. So I'll just get some cutting done over no cutting. I do want to get this quilt done as fast as I can. I don't have to rush. I am going to go back to working on the quilt I need for Christmas though. But I thought since I was here that I would just cut some of this out. What's on the back? Is dollar bill. This is a pretty big font. All right. So that's 2 down. Ruth Wright is here, says, getting late, sweet dreams, everybody. Good night, Ruth. Thank you so much. Ugh. So don't forget to come back or I'll be on here. Make sure you vote on the stash or pass. I've been keeping track. So this is airbrush. These are big. The panels are big. That's why I'm sliding them over. Woo. They wanted everybody to know that Flint lives matter. That's huge. Another large one. Oops, I cut through the back and I forgot all about the back. I cut through both the front and the back, but it's okay. All right. We're gonna open it up now. I normally start at the bottom and started at the top. All right. Get down through here. And we'll have this part done. And now we need the back. I'm just doing some of this because I'm here with you guys. So it helps me to get some stuff done that I'm not doing. I took them out I had this bag because she sent me 3 bags. So I used the other 2 bags for the other quilts, but I made like 60 something sides. So I've got enough to make quite a few of the next quilts she needs. This thing's telling me about sewing chat. I'm already in it. Okay. So, yeah. So then she had a bag that was just for hers. Her quilt. So. Oh. Alright. You know we want to put the different shirts in. Party on the Rock. So this is the 3rd shirt. So they must have had a different shirt they wore every day at Bedrock. Maybe they were the host of Bedrock. I don't know who hosted it. I don't think I was line dancing at that time. I don't see a shirt with a year on it. Cut this one. Fold it. And I don't know if anything's on the back. Yep. But it's tiny. We're okay. Okay. This feels so awkward because I'm normally cutting when I'm standing. That's the front. We got to cut the back off. So, all right. What time is it? 7 minutes. Let's see. Zandra saying good night. Good night, Zandra. I know I want to put these 2. I want to wait on some of the white shirts. This is a different white shirt. This is different. This is different. I want to cut. No. This is the husband and wife thing. I just need to make a spot. This is like a tag. I'll put you right there for a minute. Stone Hustler University. This is Dollar Bill I just looked at. This one is both of the same shirt. See, this is what oh, and they got the nerve to be reverse shirts, okay? But I'm like, I don't think she needs to cut both of them. So, Stone Hustler University. That's an original. These are the airbrush. I'm trying to put what's different and what's the same. This is an airbrush blue. This is a different event. I'm disappearing over here. I get it in with Stone Hustlers. Okay. And then these two shirts are the same. And then this is Guess Who I've Always Wanted to Be Like. And then it's got Stone Hustlers. So that's that one. And then this is the same shirt, except that it's got First Lady on the back. So I'm going to ask her about those. Sue says, work tomorrow, yippee. Night all, Merry Christmas. Good night, Sue. Oh, they were saying that shirt that had the, what I couldn't understand what it was saying, it was Gemini. Okay. So when I find that shirt, I'll make sure I cut that out. Thank you. I didn't know what that was. So yeah. And Rose talking about pass on both. We ain't done stash or pass yet, girl. But I know what she's talking about. That's funny. I have to find that shirt now that has that on it. I thought it was a white shirt, or I thought it was a white shirt that was airbrushed. It's this one right here. This right here. It's Gemini. I can see it backwards. Oh. It's just the way it's written. I see it better in the camera than I do. And it's reading backwards on the camera, but I still see it better on the camera than I do in person. That's funny. And I don't know if she's a Gemini. I have no idea, but that's too cool. Okay. I couldn't read it. So I'm assuming that this shirt they're going to want to be in there most definitely. This is his picture. I'm sure she's going to want that in there. And we're going to have to figure out on some of these others, just Stone Hustler shirts. I'm just going to put some of them over here and cut what I know is unique. Instructor. This is a party shirt. I'm just going to put it over there. I'm going to see how many sides I have when I get through cutting what I have. My lower back is hurting me. Katie says, are you selling shirts? I'm not selling these shirts. I'm making a t-shirt quilt with them. I do sell some tea quilts, some tea gear, but I'm not selling these shirts. My lower back is starting to bother me. I'm rubbing my lower back. Sorry, guys. I think I've been dealing with a lot of weight. Moving stuff around. Sue talking about yippee for work. So let's go back to cutting. So this is a pretty interesting shirt. It's really big. I mean, this is the biggest shirt. It's bigger than my stabilizer. I'm going to have to piece the stabilizer for this one. It's the whole front of the shirt. So what's on the back? It's got a thing on the back, so I'm going to cut in. And then I'll stabilize, make sure I stabilize everything and just cut it to some type of even size that I can use, because this one's going to be wider than the whole quilt. So wider than what I normally cut. It's wider than 15 inches, so I'm going to have to see. Now it's getting to be custom. You know, I think this is going to be bigger than 15 inches wide. I'm going to try to cut it down as much as I can, though. Because I know she wants his picture in there. Okay. Got that part done. Oh, okay. I'm watching you and answering someone's questions, laughing out loud. Okay. I'm like, no, I am not selling these shirts. These are somebody else's shirts. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. We can leave that top part on. It's not in the way of anything. And come over here and cut through the sleeve, maybe. All right. So that's two sides right there. Dang, that's awesome, Kevin. Good night. Kevin says, got 10 blocks done tonight, white, while listening, watching. I got 10 blocks done tonight while watching and listening to Miss T. Thanks. Nighty night, everyone. Good night, Kevin. Thank you. Thank you. I haven't sold on that. My brother's saying good night, everybody. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, my goodness. I didn't know I had come up on 10. Could make that a medallion in the middle of the quilt. Yep. Just going to have to do something. Because it's huge. And I'll make sure. I think it's another one in here that's tie-dyed. That's pretty wide. This Gemini. It's on the front. It's pretty wide. I have to see what the measurements are, and it's wide right here. I know that this has got to be bigger than, yeah, it's bigger than 15 inches. It's about 18 inches on the shirt, and then you need some breathing room on it as well. So yeah, these two shirts are going to be the nemesis. Yep, they're going to be the problem. The problem child. So yeah, alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and get off of here. I think I'm going to just sit here and continue to cut shirts until it's time for me to do Stash or Pass, so I can get some of this out, get one part of this out the way, and then I can just have just the shirts I need to talk with her about. So good night, everybody. You all stay blessed. Be safe. Quilt out. I'll see you for Stash or Pass at 12:01 a.m. Or I will see you Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for our live chat. Bye.